Hi, welcome to DTKSS. In the current video session, we are going to discuss about Agile Scrum process. This Agile Scrum process indicates how we are going to deliver the project or the product. So, the Agile Scrum process is a popular Agile framework designed for incremental product development. By nature, it is experimental and allows the developer to assume or imagine the work patterns and test their ideas and process the experience and perform the necessary adjustments. So now we talk about who are the actors being available in the Scrum process. One, stakeholder; second, product owner; third, Scrum Master; and fourth, development team. So now we talk about who is the stakeholder. A stakeholder might be an individual person or group of people who are impacted by the outcome of the product. Why? Because they are the ones sponsoring the budget to develop the project or the product. So stakeholder usually keep the healthy relationship with product owner and to share the important product details. These stakeholders are responsible for conveying their concerns to PO and providing a regular feedback on the product. Then the second actor is product owner. So this product owner is responsible for maximizing the returns on the investment by identifying the product features and translating them into prioritized list. So product owner will decide that which feature has to go first and which feature has to go next. He is the one responsible to collect the requirement and list all the features into the product backlog. Then we talk about the Scrum Master. A Scrum Master helps to the product team to learn and apply the Scrum for reaching all the business values. The Scrum Master is not team manager, product manager, or team lead. He serves the team to help the remove the impediments and facilitate whatever the development team is required and protecting the colleagues from outside interference and helping them to adapt the agile practices. So basically, Scrum Master will coach the or educate to the product owner and team and rest of the company to use the Scrum practices. And then last but not least, development team. A development team in the Scrum includes the people who are working to develop and deliver the requested and committed product increments. Scrum developers are cross-functional members who are capable to achieve the sprint goals. In this development team may contains the software engineers, architects, system admins, analysts, UI designers, and QA experts, etc. So they build the product that product owner indicates. And next we talk about the Scrum actions. Basically, for any project, first step gathering the necessary information about the future product. So what the product owner will do is product owner interact with the stakeholder and gather the information. So it is the product owner responsibility. This product owner contacts the stakeholder to understand their vision and the future software and gathering the user stories and put them all into a place called product backlog. So this product backlog is list of all the features requirements needed to complete a certain project. So the product backlog contains all the features. So what the main goal of the product will contain at the product backlog. So this product backlog list may contains new features and bugs or defects, anything you can add into the product backlog. So the product owner will decide which feature to be on the top list, which feature to be next. He is the one will decide which has to go first, which has to go next. And once you added all the features into the product backlog, the next step is sprint planning. In the sprint planning, all product owner, Scrum Master and team will gather and they will finalize what going to take place in the current sprint. So they will divide the features into multiple tasks. Then they will decide that what tasks to be added into the current sprint. This will take, the sprint planning will take for each week sprint planning 2 hours. If you are planning for 2 weeks at a time, it will take 4 hours. So this is about the sprint planning. After finishing this stage, so it will contains the sprint backlog. So this sprint backlog contains the what are all the tasks to be completed into that particular current sprint. So many of them will confuse between the product backlog and the sprint backlog. I want to clarify that product backlog contains the entire project features. The sprint backlog contains only about the tasks to be completed to the current sprint. And once sprint has been iteration has been created, then the developer start execution of the sprint. So meaning in the sprint may contains the multiple tasks. So multiple developers will work on the same sprint. So there will be a different stages like in progress, new, in progress and complete. So all the tasks completed, we can take that as a sprint completed. So that is called increment. So when you complete the sprint status will change as a done. So when the sprint status changes as a done means the incremental or new feature added to the product. Basically, in the sprint execution, there will be a daily scrum call will be there. When the developers is working on the sprint, so all the developers basically the daily scrum call being aimed for a short time like 15 minutes. So they will discuss what has been done, what we are going to do today. So this scrum call will plan what we are going to do next 24 hours. Then in this way, the development team work on the sprints different tasks. Once the sprint status is changed to done, so when they change the sprint status to done means the product increment is happened. So it is increment is happened means but we are reaching to one step up what the stakeholder is expecting for the product. So we have multiple iterations. So which contains the multiple product increments, which we are stepping up to reach the final stage of the final deliver the final feature of the product. Fine. So we until now what we done is the product owner gather the features and put into the backlog. Then the team like a product owner and the development team and the Scrum Master will sit and decides how what are the tasks to be converted into the features to be converted and how we are going to deliver. Then sprint execution. In these steps, the sprint execution, the development team work on the different tasks and all the tasks exist in the sprint is completed. Then the the sprint status will reach to done. Once it reached to done means the product increment is happening. So once the sprint is completed, once this stage is completed, that means sprint is completed. The sprint is completed. Sprint completed. Then sprint review. So what the features we have been delivered to that product, the stakeholder will review and will give the feedback. So he's the one will product owner and the stakeholder will decide whether really we have achieved this state or not. And then once sprint review done, so maximum sprint review will take 2 hours for each sprint. And then there is a stage called sprint retrospective. So this sprint retrospective will happen after sprint review completed, before the next sprint planning started. So in the sprint retrospective meeting, Scrum Master, product owner and the development team will discuss what went well in the past sprint and what we can able to do better in future sprints. And thus it will repeat the same process again. Once the sprint retrospective completed, then sprint planning for the next features and divide into tasks and create the sprint and sprint execution. And once sprint is completed, then the sprint review and sprint retrospective. So this is an incremental process. So it will continue until the product and project features is completed. So this is about the Scrum process. Thank you.